Busted. More than 200 people are facing charges for a human trafficking sting in Polk County. News Channel 8's Melissa Marino joining us live tonight from Polk County with that story. Melissa.
Well, here inside the sheriff's office, this sign really kind of shows it all. 277 people busted, even someone that the sheriff was not expecting. It may soon be Halloween, but that's not the trick-or-treating these suspects got caught up in.
That's the most we have ever arrested in one operation in the history of the sheriff's office.
Sheriff Grady Judd tells us more than 200 suspects drove to Polk County from all over Florida and beyond.
Alabama, California, Delaware, Georgia, Louisiana, Michigan, Missouri, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Oregon, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. Welcome to Polk County, Florida.
All looking for one thing.
Sex sells. It's the most powerful thing in the world, and it brings down kingdoms.
Those busted in Operation No Tricks, No Treats include doctors, lawyers, military, even law enforcement.
As we call it, one of our own sergeants.
Sergeant Louis Diaz, a 17-year veteran from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, is accused of offering to pay a prostitute $100 for sex.
We are absolutely, unequivocally embarrassed, but this is a clear indication everybody's held accountable.
Here. Well, these silhouettes symbolize the 5 human trafficking victims that the Sheriff's Office potentially found. They are being offered counseling and other services. Keith?
Melissa Marino in Polk County, thank you.
Nationwide human trafficking stings ensnare multiple cops, 84 kids as young as 3 months freed. Nationwide human trafficking busts captured cops and high-level military, and more than 80 children were rescued, one of whom was only 3 months old. By Matt Agarist, October 18, 2017. Multiple undercover sting operations across the United States were carried out this month targeting adult and child sex trafficking. The results of many of these stings netted hundreds of arrests, including doctors, pharmacists, high-level military officers, and law enforcement officers. Dozens of children were also rescued, including one as young as 3 months old. That's the most we have ever arrested in the history of the Sheriff's Office, Sheriff Grady Judd said of his undercover operation in Polk County, Florida. The sheriff is referring to the 277 people rounded up in Operation No Tricks, No Treats, which started last Tuesday and ran through Monday. According to the Sheriff's Office, as reported by WFLA, 51 of the arrests were related to those who advertise as prostitutes online, and 209 of the arrests were those who solicited undercover detectives posing as prostitutes. 17 arrests were made for other offenses. The sheriff noted that the arrests included lawyers, doctors, pharmacists, former and current police officers, multiple men looking to have sex with children, and convicted sex offenders. Advertisement. During the bust, the sheriff even nabbed a cop in his own department. Since his arrest, Sergeant Luis Diaz has resigned from the force after 17 years. View image on Twitter. View image on Twitter. Follow Melissa Marino at @FlameLissum. Breaking at Polk Co-Sheriff caught one of his SGTs in human trafficking sting. He made a deal for $100 for sex. At WFLA. 12:53 p.m., October 17, 2017. 55 replies, 53 retweets, 21 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. In another, far more horrifying bust, conducted by the FBI, 84 children were saved and 120 human traffickers were arrested. FBI agents and task force officers staged operations in hotels, casinos, and truck stops, as well as on street corners and internet websites, according to the release, as reported by Myrtle Beach Online. The youngest victim recovered during this year's operation was 3 months old, and the average age of victims recovered during the operation was 15 years old, the release stated. Read more: cop shoots and kills family dog while it was on a leash. Child sex trafficking is happening in every community across America, and at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, we're working to combat this problem every day, said NCMEC President and CEO John Clark. We're proud to work with the FBI on Operation Cross Country to help find and recover child victims. We hope OCC generates more awareness about this crisis impacting our nation's children. We at the FBI have no greater mission than to protect our nation's children from harm. Unfortunately, the number of traffickers arrested and the number of children recovered reinforces why we need to continue to do this important work, FBI Director Christopher Wray said in the release. It is important to note that some of these arrests included people trying to simply pay another willing adult to have sex with them. In the land of the free, it is against the law to get paid to have sex, unless that sex is filmed, distributed on DVD, and taxed. One of the least talked about systems of oppression in the U.S. is that of persecuting prostitutes. When referencing prostitution, it is critical to point out that we are talking about the mutually beneficial exchange of sexual favors for money by two or more consenting adults, not forced human trafficking. Sadly enough, the state's prohibition on prostitution actually fosters the underground trade of humans as it pushes the selling of sex into dark alleyways and criminal entities. Also, what this case points out is that when it comes to the government, in general, the notion of do as I say, not as I do rings true through every level, from the parking transit officer to the president. Read more, drunken cop caught on camera pulling gun on gas station clerk. Hypocrisy is a function of the state. The citizens of the U.S. are often reminded of this hypocrisy when members of the government commit such heinously criminal and hypocritical acts that they are cast out from their curtain of government protection. All these cops getting busted for acts that they themselves have likely thrown people in prison for is the epitome of said hypocrisy. However, human sex trafficking in the United States is a very real and horrifying problem. As the Free Thought Project has pointed out and what some of the arrests in this bust show, the monsters behind this darkness are often upstanding members of society. Through their connections within the state, they are allowed to operate these modern-day slave trades with impunity. In case after case, the Free Thought Project reports on horrifying instances of child sex rings that were allowed to go on for decades because politicians including heads of states, policemen, clergy, and others were all in on the sick game. In fact, as the Netflix series, The Keepers set out to launch an investigation into a murder cold case, it soon became much deeper because of the high-level pedophilia it revealed. The story exposed a concerted effort to conceal widespread rape and sexual abuse committed by Kia school chaplain and counselor Father Joseph Maskell, as well as other clergy, police, and a local gynecologist. On multiple occasions, the Free Thought Project has reported interviews of former child sex trafficking victims who've all noted that they had nowhere to go as police and high-level politicians all took place in the abuse. Read more. DEA paid informant with crack triggering a relapse, lawsuit. Hopefully, as the government's war on drugs continues to crumble, people will wake up to the fact that rescuing a child from a rapist is far more important than catching some dude smoking a plant. Hopefully.
Need a car? Don't forget to stop by carmarshal.com where you can scout through over 100,000 new and used car vehicles. Take a look around. Get you a new affordable car. carmarshal.com.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. you know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it, but because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America, you know. But at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal. And there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, it's, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month if you can. I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.